Hey guys, it's John C. Morley here, serial entrepreneur. Welcome to IFYL, Inspiration to Your Life. Thank you so much for popping in. Whether you're at 9:40 p.m., 9:40 a.m., 3 a.m., 3 p.m., 6 a.m., 6 p.m., doesn't matter. Thank you so much for being here. Really do appreciate that with the bottom of my heart. All right, guys, let's just jump into what the master topic of the week is. You guys know what that is. Dynamics of muscle memory. We're on Series 3, Show 18. And the actual topic for tonight, which is May 1st, 2024. And ladies and gentlemen, in case you didn't know, it is a Wednesday. It's May 1st. It is the first day of May. It's Wednesday. And I'm going to tell you about the show's granular topic. That's Unlocking Muscle Brilliance, Series 3, Show 18, episode number 5. All right? Okay. So we were talking about muscle memory pretty much all week. And muscle memory is something pretty cool, but it's something we have to learn how to develop. Okay, we have to learn how to develop that. And not that it's hard to do, but it does take some practice. Yeah, it does take some practice. So let's dive right in. The first thing I want to talk about when we talk about muscle memory for tonight is we're all talking tonight about muscle brilliance. How can we get smarter with our muscles? So first of all, how long does it take for muscle memory to develop? Take to develop. And again, is different for everyone. It can take, let's say, a few weeks to a few months. And I think that frustrates some people because they don't know why it takes so long. Okay. Usually, if you're doing something 3 to 4 times per week, it can take that good 3 to 4 weeks to a month. It can take that. It really can. I know that frustrates some people that, building muscle memory takes time. And so even if you have the greatest intentions, right? It's still going to be a challenge. Like I said, it could take weeks or it could take months to build what you want in that muscle memory for it to work properly. All right, so let's jump into the next point tonight, which I know you guys are very excited to talk about, which is perfecting your baseball throw. We've talked about muscle memory, right? But I don't know if you guys know this, but you can actually, yes, throw the ball better with muscle memory in baseball. Okay? And so the thing about it is that, when you're hitting the ball or when you're throwing the ball, there's something called the cognitive process. And so it's how we as a person understand the mechanics of what we're doing. Okay? Like in baseball, we have to stand a certain way. So we're in a hitting stance with the basic swing, right? And it's important for the hitter to feel as though they're doing it right and what they're doing wrong so they can change it from the feedback. Okay? The athlete has to understand the fundamentals of hitting, and in the process of refining the swing mechanics through practice and consistent repetition. Remember, we said the mother of learning is repetition. The athlete's biomechanics and movements are guided by sensations derived by receptors in the muscles and tendons and joints, which goes from the myelin being built up, which actually gets stored in the brain, which we talked about that before, right? So that is how that actually works. So maybe we're thinking about playing tennis. There is, yes, muscle mechanics, muscle memory in serving a tennis ball. All right. When you take the ball, I remember the first thing you have to do, you have to put the racket behind your back, right? Then you have to throw the ball, and then you have to swing and get it right? But that could take a lot of time to do that. And so when you've done it for a while, it's like your swing becomes natural. Your golf swing becomes natural. I just hold the club and suddenly I'm swinging and it's great and it feels amazing. But a lot of people get frustrated because they don't know what to do. They just get frustrated because they don't know what to do. And I'll tell you that it's pretty amazing, but you can get better at it. It just takes practice. I think a lot of what people want is to get better at a sport, to get better at a skill, so that it's like pretty much autonomous, right? So we think about autonomous. That's something that we want to talk about when we think about muscles. We call it the autonomous phase. And it's when we can match up our movements automatically to be at the exact place and position that we want, such as hitting a baseball, serving a tennis ball, riding a bike, right? So many different things. Our body has to consciously be aware of how it feels to be doing something and be very conscious of that. All right. Be very conscious of that. Again, it's not going to happen overnight. That's what I want to tell you. It's not going to happen overnight. And if anything's going to happen overnight, you're going to get very, 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 very frustrated. Okay. Very, very frustrated. I'm just going to be honest with you. You are going to get very frustrated and you'll be like, oh my gosh, how do I do this? And I think it comes down to what it comes down to, but it is something that for whatever reason, people get frustrated in life. They all get frustrated. And so when we start to learn about muscle memory, it's like a hidden ace in our back pocket, because a lot of times we can't get to where we want to be because of something else. So if our body can just move a certain way without us having to think, I mean, that's really like half the battle, isn't it? It's half the battle for us. Okay. And I think that's, pretty cool. We have to learn what that is, right? And I know you're probably wanting to go faster, but you have to go slow. I'll tell you that understanding this can be hard for a lot of people. Another thing I want to talk to you about is a free throw in basketball. So I don't know if you guys know this, but there is a strong importance to muscle memory in basketball. And so playing basketball is something you have to be skilled at, right? And so whether it's dribbling the ball, whether it's making a pass, when we have muscle memory, it actually alleviates the players' minds to be able to become basketball players and make baskets and not have to worry about how to dribble, how to pass. It's like it becomes just second nature. So mastering basketball skills through muscle memory can occur very quickly. In fact, it can occur in a matter of days. Like, remember I told you some muscle memory can take days, some can take weeks, some can take longer. But the more conscious you are, I think that is the whole thing. Does that make sense to everyone? Hopefully it does. Hopefully it makes some sense. And I think the more that you can appreciate this, the more you'll know what's going on. All right. The more that you'll know what's going on, the more that you'll understand what's going on, because you just are. All right. You just are. Um, and so developing muscle memory allows you to play the sport without having to be focused on the mechanics. And this is any sport. We'll talk about other sports as well. But when we master how to do muscle memory, the sport pretty much becomes autonomous. The way we serve the ball, the way we pitch, the way we hit, it happens automatically. All right. It is very, very, very critical. Think about that for a moment. Think about what that means. And I know you're probably wondering, like, what does all this mean? Well, it means that we have to embrace things. I think everyone will get better and better at this. Everyone. And I want you to understand that. What does that mean to you? And I think people get crazed about what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And knowing that muscle memory is pretty cool. Knowing what that means to you. Knowing that it is something very powerful. Knowing how it's going to affect your life. You know what I mean? Think about that for a minute. What does that mean to you? And know that you have so much potential in your muscle memory. Know that it'll make you a better person. Just know that. It will make you know that it's going to make you something that is even better than you ever imagined. And this is the whole key. I know, ladies and gentlemen, that muscle memory will change your life, but you have to embrace how it works, which is being conscious, focusing on the movements, and making sure you're doing them right until they become part of your life. I think that's the most important thing that anybody could ask for. I think everyone here wants to become better and they want to not waste time. And I know that you're probably saying anybody can do muscle memory. And you'd be right, but you have to realize that there's mechanics, right? Muscle memory can be messed up if you don't put the same mechanics consciously into doing a task and focusing on that, because then it'll transfer into your brain. That is the most important thing. Ladies and gentlemen, I am John C. Morley, serial entrepreneur. It has been an amazing privilege, pleasure, and honor to be with you this fantastic evening. And I know, ladies and gentlemen, that it's going to be pretty cool, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be pretty cool because you're going to understand what's going on. And it takes some time for you to really know what's going on. And it might seem to get you a little bit, I don't know, it might get you confused. I think some people want everything now, but they can't get everything now because they get frustrated, right? They get very frustrated on what's happening. And they want everything to happen right now, but then for whatever reason, it doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't happen at all. And I know that it's something that I believe you're going to get more familiar with the more you practice. All right, guys, I hope you have an amazing rest of your evening. Again, I hope you check out believemeachieve.com for more of my amazing, inspiring creations. You know what, ladies and gentlemen? I'm going to catch you tomorrow, so have a great evening, all right? Be well, everyone.